And rotation to seeing their Batrider get pounced upon.
Fantastic, really fast TP, and Nisha gets that clutch lasso on the Tiny as he got glimpsed back as well. Because of that, he doesn't immediately die, and combining the stick napalm and the shrapnel, people just can't move. Like, you have no turn rate, you have no move speed, get out of there.
Yeah, this feels like potentially, like, I understand with the Tiny, the idea of being able to blink into the back lines, trying to, blow up the sniper, but it is a pretty difficult game for him to be able to move half the time. He just feels like he's going to get hidden.
Is this a 6 stack on the Ancients? That's a 6 stack that he has gone up to now. They have been stacking Ancients on both sides. Dark Zero's farming the Radiant ones a little bit, but look at Luna now. That is actually, I believe, 6, right? Yeah.
It's a big, juicy stack, that's for sure. Dota going to be able to help make it more efficient for Ramses to take these creeps. All 4 points in those Moonglaives, so they're going to be bouncing around quite a bit. And that is a huge inflection of cash.
Yeah, Luna starting out farming this at 450 gold. We'll see exactly how much she's going to get from all this, but this is a lot of cash, and they're rightfully playing in the area now, keeping GPK around as well to shield against any invasion here, because losing this stack would be a game-breaking level impact, so they're protecting it.
And GPK take his own little stack here to the side, but yeah, look at all of this gold.
Ancients, that was 1,000 gold that he got from farming the entire Ancient stack. So quite a bit of gold. He has now his Ogre Club coming out, and like you said, he's closer towards that BKB. Still a long ways to go though. One hero that we haven't seen much of is Beastmaster is just farming bottom and having a pretty free game. Okay, just playing dagger.
You seem to be making this rotation down to the bottom area. They see Zeiss, but okay, there's going to be the Batrider teleporting in. Jump forward, the toss into the roar. But there it is, the last one from me. She'll still be able to get the kill on Zeiss. Puppy, though, coming in. The cast bounces are a nice DM. Taking so much damage. He's going to end up dying now. So GPK is trying to get away. They still have that little bit of vision on him. Not sure here. He's definitely taking those ticks from Maledict quite seriously, but does have a salve. It's going to be all right, as now Hakoda running for his life. They surge up Puppy. Puppy does have a cast, but he's going to back off as well. A little bit of a glimpse back. Looks like they're just kind of
Luna
poking.
wants to fight it. She's too low HP. She doesn't want to engage. They do get the glimpse back, but Luna is like, nah, I'm half HP. I just want to keep hitting my jungle creeps. Secret over and over have good reactions to when someone goes too close under tower. VP have to be very careful about making these aggressive moves right under the tower because of sniper slow, because of shrapnel, paired up with stick and napalm, and also just the chase ability that Secret have. The surge is really, really good for catching people.
Regeneration.
And we did see that the Wall of Replica did get dropped bottom, so that is something that's going to be on cooldown for a little bit, but I'm sure Secret more than happy to just continue farming, get these items online for Crystallis. Let's have the Maelstrom, and we'll be working towards that Dragon Lance. Couple clicks over here to Yamich. Puppy closing the gap. I don't even know if he's needed here, honestly. All right, he helped.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they have really good long-range damage on the side of Secret that's like non-committal in a way, whereas over on VP, they kind of have to get closer and personal, especially with Tiny. Beastmaster as well kind of has to get a little bit close to make moves. I like this move by Secret. They're understanding Luna is getting too much farm in the Ancient area, so they're going in, trying to find her, but she is wisely sitting back. Ramses not falling for it.
Radiant.
I'm sure he realizes something's up. He hasn't seen a couple of these heroes in a while, and he was being visible in the bottom lane. So now is the time to back off. And again, I like the way that VP, they've kind of been playing closely together. They've been protecting, they've been stacking. I like to see it. But at the same time, Chrysalis has been just hitting creeps. Again, not farming quite as fast as the Luna, but still getting what he needs. Now the mid lane, that's a quick pick up on Puppy.
Yeah, they're making good use of the Hawks. When you have vision provided by Beastmaster like this is the reason he can get these pickoffs. He knows he can burst the Witch Doctor anytime he sees him, and now it was pinged out by Witch Doctor vision here, but you can't ever be sure. Is it a ward? Is it a Hawk? And it's really annoying to play against.
I feel like they're getting... Okay, the jump forward here from GPK. He sees Resolution. The Static Storm's going to get dropped, but looks like Res will be at the wall. Oh, gets dragged right back in again. There's the lasso over onto GPK, plus that wall that we talked about. Bit of a roar over onto Zias, but not quite enough damage to finish off as they're gonna Delta split now. Cass gets dropped by Puppy. Zias is so... He was thinking about going for this. Gonna use the dust. Looks like DM's gonna just teleport out. He doesn't want to be here any longer. Yamish, we've already popped the flesh golem, is gonna use that pig pole to get out.
They're getting such good value from the Iron Shell in this game. They're just putting Iron Shell over on the Batrider, over on the Nyx, and whenever they run close to enemy heroes, like Nyx normally struggles a little bit with having sufficient damage to kill stuff on his own or threaten, but with Iron Shell, he really packs a punch. Again, Ramses with really good read on exactly how close he can play to the farm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a little bit more gold until he's able to get that BKB. It's making good time on it. But again, Secret, just the way that they're moving around the map, the way they're putting down this aggression, and simultaneously letting Chrysalis get this farm. It's proving to be a bit of an issue now for them.
Yeah, they're going to be the first ones to siege up on offlane tower here. Gonna get the Dire offlane bottom tower. But they're trying to go for the same thing on VP, but just a Batrider is probably sufficient to defend top. Doubt that they can really go push without using Luna.
Yeah, Nisha's having a stellar game right now. 8-0 and 2. Almost has the BKB completed. He's got those boots of travel online.
Yeah,
This is a very scary bat.
That was, the hero to look at for Team Secret. They need Nisha to have big impact, and he's been really delivering so far, and that's before he gets the BKB. Once he has BKB, it's much more comfortable how you're going to play against Tiny, against Disruptor, even against the possibility of Eclipse. So, looking for him to get extra aggressive when he gets that as well. Also, Dark's here now with a Blink Dagger just arriving.
Jump forward, blink from GPK, trying to blow up Puppy, but there are so many heroes waiting for you. Beautiful vacuum. As they get a couple of these bounces off, they drop the Static Storm. We'll get a glimpse back over onto Resolution. They've got the Eclipse. DM barely going to survive this engagement. And that was a lot of ultis, with not much coming out of it. They do manage to get Puppy eventually. DM still alive, but just barely.
That was pretty good, I would say, for Secret still, even though they lost a hero that could have gone way worse.
Oh, all right. They'll finally get Zias. They'll get the Lunar Beam over onto Nisha. It's popping the Firefly. Still has the lasso. So I have to respect that.
GPK is just continuously punishing low HP heroes, getting a little bit too close. They're really putting down the hurt, and it's all based on this Beastmaster providing so much vision in the fights. Now back to split pushing, trying to get more map control. I think VP would be very happy if they could remove that top tower, so they're leaving Beastmaster close to it.
Yeah, you can see in the replay the little bit of a bait there where GPK had jumped forwards, and just the immediate vicious follow-up from both of the teams, dropping the wall, dropping the Static Storm, going for the Eclipse, roar, everything during that fight, but didn't amount to a whole lot, which means everybody kind of just resetting on both teams because you want to have those.
They're evenly matched
available.
They're looking for a kill with Batrider. He has the beacon, so he wants to chase here. It's not quite gonna get the connection though. Again, good positioning. Hannah were mentioning Hakoda to be one of the standout Pulse 5 players this qualifier. He's really played good on this Disruptor this game as well.
I'd say him and Yamich make a pretty awesome duo when they are on like very active heroes. Definitely enjoy watching the two of them. Those have been like my two to watch currently. That and of course the Zephyr White One combo, but unfortunately they're no longer in this.
It feels like Secret now want to take fights because they have Mjolnir completed on Sniper, so their DPS is quite high, and they're gonna smoke up. They're probably gonna bring Sniper into this as well.
I mean, there's a double damage on Luna, too, so it feels like if they decide, and look at the way that they're playing, or rather, Luna playing a little bit closely to the rest of her team in case these fights break off. So there's going to be the blink into the back line from GPK. Sees Puppy, wants to try to punish him, but Puppy is absolutely going to be fine. They turn it back around, gets the kill on GPK. Nisha did pop the BKB during this. Looking for a pickoff, and they drop the wall over to the side, but not going to be able to get anything beyond what they have so far.
It's completely fine. I mean, they're killing a mid laner. They're not looking for more. Surge.
Hakoda here. There it is. There's the Eclipse. They're chasing after Nisha. So they managed to get the kill on Hakoda over on the back line. Some of these cast bounces now. They'll still be able to finish Nisha. That physical damage of that Death Ward over onto Ramses. It's a little scary, but he's got the BKB, so they can't lock him down. Still sitting quite low, though. I don't feel like he wants to defend this at this point.
No, mid tower is going to go down for VP, but look at Ramsey. He has only been part of 2 kills, but he just got his second kill right there, connecting the Illusion Beam to bring down Nisha for 764 gold injection to this Luna again. So she is still looking like the most farmed hero on the map.
You get that replay. You see GPK jumping into the back line on Puppy. Static Storm, but again, we have the BKB on Nisha. He's chasing after Luna, not going to be able to quite close that gap, as we said.
Yeah, it was a good disengage there by most of VP, but they got a little bit too caught out by their tiny. I think he didn't really have Luna close enough to make that committed of a play.
I do feel like that's a little bit difficult, though, right? So you have this Tiny who's going to be your main initiator for the most part with that blink with the item timing.
Smile. He's happy with that.
But of course, you know, your Luna isn't gonna be in the middle of everyone. Just, you know, yet you really don't want her to be too far into this fight. You want to have some of these tankier people up front. Is that gonna prove to become an issue?
Not yet. You don't want to have her there, but she's building a Satanic next item, and she's gonna want to be in the heart of the fight as soon as that is online. I would say they're gonna try and dive in, initiate with Tiny, and then Luna is gonna charge right behind. That's the ideal execution for VP. So she will at some point be able to just go into the fights when the Satanic is complete. She already has the Reaver now, not far away from it.
So who is the primary target then for Nisha that he wants to jump?
It's kind of tricky to say, honestly. I don't think that you burst Luna fast enough that you want to go on her. I'd say GPK is probably the priority since he can burst people very fast. If you bring him down, then suddenly you can perhaps have your Witch Doctor actually staying alive, less chance for Sniper to get jumped. The biggest strategy here for Secret is keeping Sniper alive and shooting, right? Like that's the gameplay. If he's right-clicking stuff, they're good. So anything that threatens him is what they need to focus, so probably Tiny. Bottom tier 2 goes down.
You can see VP have made their rotation down to the bottom area of the map. They want to control this, take away more of that free area for the side of Secret. We've got the Glimmer Cape online for Hakoda, and now it's going to be time to work on that Aghanim Scepter, which he has picked up a couple times now in the past and used it to great effect.
Yeah, and this dragon is going, pushing mid tower now.
Nice little hop there from Zayas. Does have the Glimmer Cape. They have they have the ward there, but I think he's still dead anyways.
Yeah.
And that's something neat that I feel like is good to mention, right? We've talked about in the past when you see like different drafts, one of those extra elements is making sure that you have something that's going to keep the supports even core. And in some cases, you know, it's going to be something like a Nyx Assassin where you have to buy detection, you have to buy sentries, all of these things that are going to keep your supports from being able to get those other items quickly, especially in the case of this Disruptor, right? He wants to go for the Aghanim Scepter, but if he's going to have to buy all this detection, it is going to slow him down.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it's a detail that's nice to think about when you're drafting, at least. Mid-lane Puppy, be careful not to get too close. There's still a GPK sitting around in the area, always looking to jump. He has now disassembled to get his BKB, so no longer Echo Saber, just has the Oblivion Staff. He's gonna repurchase it next. We also have BKB just finished up on Sniper, so a lot of power spikes being hit here. Plus the Blink Dagger on Beastmaster along with the Overlord.
They sent something up on Secret. They are just Delta hugging over here in the mid lane. No one is showing in the lanes. Will eventually show Pagoda.
Sniper.
It's the jump forward, maybe? Yeah. Try to put the pressure over to Disruptor, but they smoke, wrap around the BKB from GPK. Says he tries to chisels, but we get that lasso up over on the back line. The Satanic doing a lot. They'll end up losing DM. But now the pressure is on. They'll take out Puppy. They're going to end up losing Yamich. But they end up losing 2 over on the side of Secret. And that is, of course, the Sniper, their big core. They end up losing the offlane and support on the side of VP. A lot of ultimates dropped during that fight. Yet again, BKB is used. And we saw that the drag of the lasso, but with the Satanic on Ramses, it just felt like if they didn't burst him, he was just going to be able to heal back up again. That's exactly what happened. They see Zayat over here.
The problem is that they didn't have Sniper attacking. They got nice jump by GPK going in, and then they run in with the Beastmaster as well. They focused entirely on bringing down Sniper in that fight, and that's all they need to do, really. The main source of damage is Sniper, as long as they have these BKBs to protect them as well, all around the side of Tiny and the Luna, of course. Then they're not going to die that quickly to the rest of Team Secret. Correctly identifying this, we even see Yamich on his Undying, by the way, going for grumps into BKB.
It's poking a bit out of Coda. They did have the sentry down. Thinking about maybe putting a little bit more pressure. GPK linking forward over onto both the supports. Following up with a Static Storm over onto Zayat. A little bit of a hit. That is another kill now for Ramses.
I didn't quite have the mana for a glimpse as well. Perhaps they could have done one more kill there, but they're going to get away with the Witch Doctor. Still good for VP, though. They want to go up. They have high ground vision. They see Sniper.
They do see Sniper. He's going to use the BKB Puppy. There's going to be a buyback down from Zayat. Voodoo Switcheroo coming into play. Not going to be able to quite finish him off as they go, and they drop the wall. Puppy still will end up falling. DM over on the back line, though. Going for the roar play. Still going to end up dying. Coda getting pushed down by Grisel. GPK now on the run as Nisha finding himself another kill over onto Yamish.
Oh my god, that fight. They're still chasing top, actually.
They are. They're chasing GPK as well. They want this. Good avalanche over onto Nisha. GPK turning back around, gets a couple hits over onto Nisha. Looks like Luna's out of harm's way, but the toss, they'll get the Batrider, but they will eventually end up losing GPK.
I'm not sure if it was on the observer stream there, but wait, he uses Eclipse? Okay, that's not gonna hit anyone.
Nope.
Resso just runs away, and a tip comes out from Ramses to Resso as it gives him the normal punch and runs. We saw a Ravage in that fight, by the way. Zayat, after his buyback, got a 3-man impale on this Nyx, showing exactly why his Nyx is so fearsome. Here on the right side, after they initiate, they go on him, and the buyback came out from Nyx. He runs from the tier 2 tower mid, and look at the stun in the bottom right corner. We see a little bit covered, sadly, by the current in-game, but lands a 3-man stun, and Sniper able to just keep attacking stuff here.
Very nicely played, and again, we do have the position 4s on, rather position 4 and 5 on each team, playing some very comfortable picks. We've got. What is this, his 8th game of Nyx Assassin now on Zayat?
I believe so, yeah, I believe.
And Hakoda, of course, on that Disruptor, just showing us how to play these heroes and pushing them to the limits and how to line up all of your abilities.
Both teams trying to play close to each other here as Secret. I think they recognize that right now VP are very, very scary for the Sniper, so they have to sit around and babysit him. And they need to perhaps get this D. Oh yeah, they have a gem on Batrider. He's gonna get this ward finally. That deep ward has been very crucial for VP's gameplay.
VP's still up by about 2K, but it feels like these fights, I feel like they should be going a little bit better for them, except for the fact that Secret, just their responses are so fast. They're like lightning breakneck speed, the way that they immediately collapse. They go for the buybacks, they find these angles. What do they need to do differently? Because I feel like we watched GPK jump on Sniper, but he wasn't able to burst him down. He wasn't able to do enough because he had that BKB. So how do they...
This dragon split pushing, they have to go back home. Sorry, right now they're trying to stay grouped, but they're gonna have to send someone bottom because of Beastmaster just doing this. The dragon is forcing someone, and then they make a smoke. This is huge.
Says they're forcing them all back home. Nyx Assassin gonna break the smoke. They'll start off with the Death Ward, and just Yamich is instantly dead. That Static Storm dropped over the back line. Oh, but the vacuum wall plus the lasso over onto DM. DM's not, but only at the last second. He doesn't manage to get the ward, but there's already lost so many. next to fall. As now Ramses and GPK, they're forced to leave. They have no support left on this board.
The high ground ward and sentry by Secret, they stood in a good position. They realized exactly what was happening, and in the end, the Dragon has not taken bottom tower yet because he started running towards the fight, thinking there would be a fight, but VP just got absolutely clapped by the sniper and his positioning there.
And now they get a double damage outside of the Roche pit, so things are turning up pretty nicely for the side of Secret.
Yeah, we see a replay here again of how they go in, and this high ground ward and sentry. Look at the death wards. Even though they dropped the tombstone, it doesn't really matter. Batrider again just chasing in, getting a good grab as well. In the game, we see now that immortality has been given to Sniper, and now I think Secret feeling really confident. The game was quite even, and overall, it felt like VP perhaps were in a little bit more of the driver's seat, but now with his Aegis, they can't threaten Crystallis as much. And wouldn't be surprised to see Secret start wanting to get more of the cake here and advance onto the map a little bit more. They've been very much on the back foot, but with the Aegis in hand, they can start contesting the jungles a little bit more.
See that the Sniper is now starting to catch up to the Luna after a couple disastrous fights. I have a question though. What's going wrong in these fights for the side of Virtus.Pro? Because I felt we talked about, this is the time. This is looking really good. They have to send someone home. Their focus is not necessarily in the form of being defensive. But what exactly is happening? Because it seems like these supports just immediately get blown up, and then both of the cores, the damage dealers, they have to run. They can't do anything.
The move was unfortunate because they probably expected someone already to be going home. Since they were pushing so hard on bottom, they went for that smoke play, but Secret, they stayed together. They didn't even flinch at bottom tier 2 or tier 3 almost going down. So yeah, they almost lost that tier 3 tower, but they stayed together and they were ready for the move that VP were making. So Secret, they had a correct read on what was happening. They realized that split pushing Ancient on bottom was only to force them to split up, but they didn't split up. They stuck together, they were in good positioning, and played under their own wards more crucially. I think that's the hard part for VP there. They were going in blindly into the triangle, or the Ancient area. I suppose Rip Triangle.
The biangle, as we started to refer to it as. But no, so is it a situation where they need some sort of a pickup on VP? So they do a smoke on smoke play. Hakoda, first one to be found, drops Sky Storm, but it doesn't matter, he's already dead. GPK gets dragged back. Nice play here coming out from DM, goes for the roar. We get that Eclipse over on the back lines. Nisha will eventually fall. Ramsey's closing the gap on Crystallis. Is going to get hit back a couple times. They need a little bit more damage here. There it is, there's the kill, but he's going to be coming back up again. Yamich bullying Puppy over on the back lines. Ramsey, the wall coming into play. Oh God, the follow-up from DM that will be able to finally take down Crystallis. As now Rezo, last man standing over on the side of Secret, will be able to lead.
Committing there, that was absolutely crucial that Luna manned up and ran at the Sniper, despite him having Aegis, going at him, realizing the only way you win this fight is by bringing down Sniper, not once but twice. And in the end, after his respawn, goes down to the Beastmaster, who's still around. But fantastic start of the fight by Secret. The way they go in, Batrider completely ignoring the supports in favor of going deeper. And finding a good lasso to run in with the Tiny. The roar stopped him. We see the replay here. So he gets the grab on Tiny, starts running, gets roared, and Sniper's just shooting. So look at Ramses, he just commits. No fear, goes in, even with Death Ward on him. Yeah, that was a really, really crucial move. And despite him going down in the end, I think VP, they took a really important fight there.
I think the Luna illusion is what actually got the final last hit when he ran back into the wall.
Yeah, he got punched into it as well. Normal punch.
Uh-oh, Hakoda. We'll get a glimpse off, but is going to keep getting chased here. Do manage to break the lasso. Still holding on to, I think he's dropped the gem in the base.
No way.
He's not during the fight. No, I don't think he's, oh my God, I guess he is with that Glimmer Cape. Yamich, though, doesn't look to be quite as lucky. Pops his BKB, again, that physical damage. Even dropping the tombstone. These supports somehow still surviving, and now the dive bomb over onto Puppy. Should be able to just slowly chase after. Goes to the Voodoo the Voodoo switcheroo, rather, just to buy himself a little more time, but they'll still fun kill. I can't believe that both of the supports survived that. I thought for sure They were toast.
You have to ban Hakoda and his Disruptor. He's too good at these fast kinetic fields and how he gets away from these plays. It's actually really beautiful to see. He gets the glimpse out and then kinetic field glimmers and starts running away. And you could almost see Puppy just being ignored there on his Witch Doctor as GPK was running past him on Tiny. He's like, yeah, I don't want you, I want a big kill. And then finally goes back, he's like, okay, I'll take a Witch Doctor.
I mean, the Tombstone zombies probably would eventually chase him down, maybe. Oh, yeah, look at that. The immediate ping, the blink from GPK. See, pops his own BKB. The Rogo coming out from DM. They'll throw all the trees at Reza. It's just dead. The follow-up with the Eclipse over onto Crystal. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Fast and furious hits over here.
Hakoda is so insane. He gets there in time, plants the high ground ward, gets the glimpse back. BKB was on cooldown after the initial jump there. No way for him to save himself.
And this is a mid-game Luna. Once you take down this tower, that's going to have all the glaives bouncing around on your racks, and you're going to lose a lot of buildings. They do buy back them on Rezo.
I don't think they care. There's no sniper, they want to keep going. If they don't have sniper, they will keep sieging here with Luna. She has full Daedalus, her damage is really high. Waiting for creep wave, then she's committing again.
And she still has her BKB and the Satanic available, but there is a lasso, so you have to be aware of that.
I think maybe they opt out to back out in the end because they were completely out of mana on their Undying, and of course BKBs being used in the initial engagements. Decide to just take over the map again. But huge win there for VP. This game is really swinging back and forth, but now with 12,000 gold lead. That happened in like an instant. Them getting 2 team fights and suddenly they're just massively ahead.
I mean, that reaction time over in the mid lane by the tier 2. You see a slight ping because they could see that the sniper was there, and just the immediate blink from GPK. And as we talk about immediate blinks, we do manage to see Yamish here. Still gonna end up dying, but illusion. They do glimpse back Nisha for that brief moment. Now they're just gonna farm up a tombstone.
Yeah, yes, the tombstone on death pounds. It's good in team fights, but it can be a little bit of a thief when you get solo picked off like that. 175 extra gold. Now Secrets want to fight more.
Zayas, he's there. He's got himself the dust. This is a dead Hakoda.
Yeah, correctly pings out that he was under a ward and he pinged the right spot too, but that ward is about to time out anyway, so they know it doesn't really change too much.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
Tier 2's probably gonna go down here, but meanwhile there are some illusions still pushing towards the bottom lane with the catapult, so Tier 3 power should be going down here.
The illusion turns its attention around to these creeps, so... Well, final hit them with the blades. Are they gonna be able to do it?
Radiant's bottom
Still goes down, though. Not with the illusions, though.
That's one to party. I think the big timing in this game right now that I'm looking towards is GPK. Once he gets this Daedalus are delivered out, he actually has the Chrysalis and the Demon Edge already. With the Aghanim, we saw on Tiny how much damage he did on the mid lane there. He can get a big free volley, as the ability is called, then I think that could be a great way to bring down anyone.
There's the roar onto Nisha. The first immediate, like you said, that free volley. You get that little bit of a glimpse back, just in case, but this is going to open the doors quite wide for the side of VP. No Batrider for 70-something seconds. They can go for any sort of push that they might like.
He bought out the Octarine too, so he doesn't have buyback. He's 150 gold off buyback because of that greedy play. Now, I think they're going to go high ground, and once Luna gets to your high ground, it's very hard to prevent her from taking all the base. How can she defend this?
Go to drop the tombstone, hit the drums. The shrapnel is a little bit difficult to have to deal with. Look how far back the Crystallis is able to sit.
Yeah, Crystallis, he can maybe poke away the Luna from the racks here. He's going to try.
Alright, they'll get the stun over to Ramsey. The follow-up, though, was it a bit of a bait? Ramsey, they try to keep him alive, but no, they're not going to be able to. So they get a nice vacuum back over onto Hakoda. They pop those BKBs, but they still ended up managing to take that half racks. As now the rest of the team backing off after Luna gets absolutely blown up.
That was Zayas again, by the way. The Nyx Assassin with a big play. One downside playing Luna, those blades bouncing around. Zayas turned it against him. He used the Spike Carapace when he walked in, immediately stunned the Luna, gets the chain stun with the Impale, and she just goes down. That's too long stun duration. So even without Backfire, they win that fight.
Yes, Dakota, they get the lasso back over onto Yamish. Yamish getting dragged, Rezo with the punch. They'll lose Dakota, they'll end up losing Yamish. Anisha popping that BKB during that too.
Yeah, I mean,
Perhaps thinking there were more there.
Yeah, he has Octarine, better to play it safe. That was a big enough engagement that use your BKB. It's 2 kills. If you get those 2 kills, suddenly 3 people are dead on VP. Roche is not up yet, I think. Secret, they want to force buybacks. Going towards mid.
They scan over in the pit. They know that that's where they have their eyes. And this end over, Hawk.
Look at bottom though. The Ancient is back. Wants the melee racks.
It's the beautiful Ancient Ice Shaman.
Yeah, with an Ice Fire Bomb. Roche is up now and they're starting to take it.
They know that it's there. The GPK looking, checking to make sure they don't have any vision. Goes with the blink, BKB. Look at that avalanche. Look at that damage from the tree volley. Oh my god, it's a double kill so quickly. True hit and run coming out from the side of GPK. Buyback now from the Undying. Don't think they're going to be able to get there in time. They're thinking about it. They're running as fast as they can. Yamich, he's popped, doesn't even pop the drugs yet. Ghost drops the tombstone, tries to get in there quickly. BM going for the war, but they have the Lotus and the BKB. Turn back around, Puppy putting out the damage with that Death Ward. Virtus.Pro buying him just a little bit more time. It's still going to be Crystallis with the Aegis, but...
Puppy passes a Lincoln and a Lotus all there on his sniper and allows him to survive the roar and TP out. What? How do you have a Lincoln?
There's a reason this guy has been at every TI.
He wants to get to this TI as well, let me tell you. He's doing everything he can here.
Alright, well, Aegis on the sniper. And they forced out the buyback on the Undying. Go for a little bit of a smoke play with Nisha and Zayat. They know that GPK has been hunting, pushing bottom. The rest of the team, though, is grouped up. Ninja Gear, though, is going to allow GPK to get really nice positioning while this goes down. And they have to realize something's coming. They might try to bait the Luna a little bit. You can see Ramsey's backing out. They'll send over the Thunderhide. Zayat's popping the Spike Carapace right away. Glimmer over onto Tiny, the drag back. They need to get there really quickly. They're doing so much damage though with this sniper. Yamish trying to save him, not going to be able to do it as they do manage to finish off the racks, but they'll end up losing this Undying to boot.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold going over the way of the Secret, and Undying does not have buyback dead for 100 seconds. Still a long death timer on Tiny as well. Long enough the Secret can now make a move. They smoke up immediately. There's even a DD rune top. They see it with their ward. So this is a really strong timing they're going to hit. DP though, they want to sit around. They want to try and catch anyone who's alone. Perhaps Darkseer?
Look at the way VP is like playing so tightly together here. Trying to back off. Again, double damage over on Crystallis. Still holding on to that Aegis for another 3 minutes. They lost the gem during that fight too, so it's going to mean that these supports could be a little bit poor, but we do see the gold starting to amount over on Disruptor.
Dire's middle
tower, though.
Starting to siege.
Dire's structures are fortified.
This is a really fast damage. They're trying not to split with the Beastmaster again, going for mid. They do not want to fight without their Undying as well as their Tiny. And I don't think they can get forced to buy back because they still have their tier 2s on the side lanes. They want to go throne, they want to force it.
Middle barracks are under attack.
They're sticking around on Secret, ignoring the racks, going for tier 4 towers.
This is a calculated play here.
It's a risky one though. They're meanwhile losing mid-racks. Mid-racks went down to Beastmaster.
Yeah, he's just being allowed to hit everything. They're going to have the Tiny back up at about 11 seconds. A little bit longer for the Undying.
I think he's going to respawn in time though. Throne has buffed armor since a recent patch. Maybe he can hold this?
Oh no, again, they still have the Aegis down forward here from DM, but he's not going to be able to get the roar off. He's starting to build up, and he's not going to be able to do it. Gets it up at the last second. Only lands over onto Puppy. The buyback comes out immediately. GPK with the BKB, trying to put the damage over onto Puppy. Nation, though, dragging back GPK with that lasso. He's got the left side now. GPK taking so many clicks. The wall gets shot. Rezo, though, pops up, run away. Hakoda's going to die next. Stalis, Ramsey's doing as much as he can here, trying to get these points off. Lots of buybacks coming out from both sides. Crystallis finally, they'll be able to go get the Aegis, but there's some strike back again. Now Yamish sitting very low. Up comes Crystallis. They need to finish him off, and he's doing so much damage with that knockback too, but eventually they'll get the kill on Sniper, while making them a little hesitant to go forward. So they saw Puppy, a good little stun over on the side. They do finally get Yamish. Nisha's still alive and kicking. Buyback now on Crystallis. The hit back. He's trying to get gets there. Gonna load the storm over on the Nisha. Is gonna be able to stay alive? That was the question. Sitting still very low. Ramses, he takes too much damage. There's no buyback on this Luna GPK. Sitting at like 100 hit points. A couple little clicks. That's a triple kill now for Nisha. They have won it with a calculated risk of going for those tier 4s and forcing all the buybacks. What a game.
That was a big play to commit for the tier 4s, not taking the safe play of just going for the racks. Very, very experienced call there. We see Secret in good spirits after that. The first game was really close both ways. We saw VP taking the advantage over and over and being a little bit ahead, but Secret, they felt like they were just holding on, playing calculated and playing close. Definitely felt very controlled, and Puppy looks very happy about clutching out the first game here.
I mean, you're going to ride that momentum. You just won the first game of this finals here for the upper bracket, and, you know, they've got their eyes on TI. They want to be there. Just a really well played coming out from Secret, the way that they, you know, moved around the map, the way that they were always together. Like you said, that became a huge problem because they tried to take these fights and initiations, but positioning was usually